Etta Riel is this case. R-I-E-L. I think that's how you say it, Riel. In early 1934, she was living with her family in Oxford, Massachusetts, and attending nearby Worcester State Teachers College. In May, she had filed a paternity suit against a local man, Henry Swain, who she named as the father of her unborn baby. They were dating at the time. They graduated from Oxford High School in 1932. Swain had moved to Maine to attend Bates College, but he and Riel remained in contact. In September, Riel gave birth to a baby girl. On the evening of November 21st, Riel and Swain spent several hours alone together. Early in the evening, Riel's hairdresser saw her talking with Swain, and around midnight, an Oxford police officer observed Swain's car parked in front of the Riel family home. Shortly after midnight, Riel informed her sister that she and Swain had decided to marry, stating that they were traveling to New York City that night. She packed a small travel bag and said she would return later in the week to retrieve her baby. She left in Swain's car on November 22nd, the day of the scheduled paternity hearing. Riel's sister encountered Swain, who denied making any marriage or travel plans with Riel, and stated that he dropped her off at Worcester's Union Station hours before. Okay, first of all, let me give you a little geography lesson. Oxford is not a suburb. It's a small town. It's actually right on the border of this one. It is let's see, about 25 minutes from the city of Worcester. Worcester's Union Station is actually considered a historic building. It is absolutely gorgeous, but I sincerely doubt he dropped her off there. The popular detective magazines of the time took up the story, offering a $1,000 reward. Someone's grave was even dug up, thinking she had been put in with the person to no avail. Imagine what a $1,000 reward was in 1934. Meanwhile, Alma, her daughter, grew up, married, lived elsewhere in the state, worked as a reporter and secretary, and brought up 5 of her own children. She had been led to believe that the aunt and uncle who reared her were her parents. When she was a teenager, relatives finally told her of her real mother and of their belief that Swain was her father. They explained his absence with a lie. They told her Swain was dead. It was not until 1987, when the local newspaper reported Swain's 50th wedding anniversary, that Conlon discovered he was alive and living in Worcester. A lot of people think that I want to find my father just for retribution, she said, but that's not the only reason. I want to know who I am. Conlon, that's her last name, has tried to persuade a court to decide that question. She sued Swain, now a 78-year-old retiree from an envelope-making company. Oh, I bet I know where he worked. In July 1990, she has requested that the state probate and family court officially declare that Swain is her father, but she is asking for no money. In August, Judge James Sweeney threw the suit out of his Marlborough courtroom, saying Conlon is too old to sue under a state paternity law that refers to children. Her lawyer and son-in-law, Paul Carlucci, has appealed the decision. The case is expected to come back to court in about a year. Carlucci says DNA and other blood tests indicate that Swain is his client's father, but he declined to provide the results. He acknowledged that Swain took the test voluntarily without any court order to do so, and Swain refused to comment. He died in 1998. And her daughter, Alma Hart Riel Conlon, died in 2006. On December 2nd, Riel's attorney, this is back in 1934, received a telegram ostensibly, or supposedly, signed by Riel, directing him to withdraw the paternity case against Swain. Police later discovered the telegram was ordered from a pay telephone in New York City by a caller who provided a false address. The identity of the sender was never determined. In 1935, several witnesses claimed that they had seen or spoken to Riel in the weeks and months following her disappearance, but the police were unable to confirm any sightings of Riel subsequent to November 22nd. Early in the investigation, police discovered, this is bizarre, that between 2 and 4 a.m. on the day of Riel's disappearance, the Worcester train dispatcher and station master received 3 telephone calls to the station's unlisted number. The callers, one of whom claimed to be the Oxford switchboard operator, requested that Riel be located and prevented from boarding the train. Searches of the station that night failed to locate Riel. Subsequent police investigation showed that no such calls were placed from the Oxford telephone exchange, and the callers were never identified. While Swain remained a person of interest throughout the investigation, police also questioned several other people whom they believe were connected to Riel's disappearance. Wow. Yeah, that's why this is in Oddities October. Her case received wide publicity in New England in the 1930s and was covered by National Wire Services. In March 1937, the disappearance of Etta Riel was the subject of New York's WOR Radio Mystery Stories program. In May, Liberty Magazine published a feature-length article on the case. A 1948 article about the disappearance of Paula Jean Weldon from Bennington College cited the Riel case, along with the 1925 disappearance of Alice Corbett from Smith College, as examples of other mysterious disappearances of New England college women. You can call the Oxford Police Department. Let me get that phone number for you. Okay. Their phone number is 508-987-0156. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you next time. Again, please check out my links. Please use my affiliate link with Temu. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Mwah.